What's going on, everyone? Welcome to q.v.o Games. My name is Juan. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it so much. This video is going to be an update on the games added to the collection in March of 2023. We have a bunch of games, honestly, and some of these games came from Dice Tower. Tried really hard to support small publishers. I made some, not really ouchies, I guess, but like I bought some games from other publishers that I was really interested in, that I really wanted to try out. And it kind of happened that way, but I tried my best to buy games from smaller publishers. That was the goal when I went out there. There's people who are, publishers who are promoting their games, and they're smaller than the rest of the big dudes out there making these big, massive games. I tried really hard to support them. And also, we have a bunch of Kickstarter games that came in, a bunch, and then some games sent out from a publisher that they want content made on, and you will have already seen that content, honestly, because it's due. You should have already been seeing it. By the time you watch this video, content of those games should be out. You'll know what that is shortly. Let's get this video going with a couple of things here. There's a lot of games. They're really big and massive, but however, it's just an update on what's going on with the collection and how it's going. I actually got rid of a bunch of games recently, and I'm getting rid of more because my goal is to only ever have these two collections full of games, because realistically speaking, when will we ever have time to play 500 games? Honestly. So my goal is always to keep it down to this and always come break down when I see a game that I'm enjoying, but maybe it just can't stay. However, this is about the games added to the collection, so we're going to get going now. First things first, games added to the collection. We're going to go off with one that's here. It's Her Story and Trekking Through History. Trekking Through History and Her Story are going to be games sent over by Underdog Games in celebration of Women's History Month. So we are doing that because it's just games that have a correlation to history and her story, of course. And also, cool thing about Her Story, let me actually put this somewhere you guys can enjoy the box art. I'm gonna put it right there. So in Her Story, the game itself actually was kind of proofreaded and the list of women in the historical figure women in the game were curated by a bunch of different women, and they went over the game and looked it over and make sure it's actually valid proof, and everything, all the information that was put into the game is actually valid, which is really awesome. Kudos. If they didn't do that, it would be kind of weird and funky, but they definitely did. And I'm excited to play these games. They came in, and I am playing them actually shortly after this video. We have people coming over, and I'm going to be playing them. I'm filming this video, of course, in the past. You're watching this video in the future, so these games are being played today when this video is being filmed. Keep that in mind. Trekking Through History and Her Story by Underdog Games. I'm really excited to play those games, and I'm always really honored the fact that Underdog Games sent these out, and they believe and trust in my vision of q.v.o and kind of presenting these games, so I really appreciate that. Thank you. If you're watching this video, Underdog Games, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Coming up next, we're going to have a couple of games that were all Kickstarters, and then at the very end, I'm going to go over the Dice Tower haul of games that I bought and why I bought them. So, game I backed, because, don't really want to say too much of why, but it's because of the cool figures, and this box is empty because I already sorted some things out for us. So it's Casting Shadows, and I got it from the Kickstarter edition, and it has, look at that shiny box. Oh man, so nice holographic. Let's position that there like that. And we have the vinyl figures, of course, can't forget that part. And we also have a collector's box here that has all the base game components, expansion components, acrylics, and all the things you need to play. The box, unfortunately, came a little bit damaged, but hey, it happens. I am not complaining about that. And I think they're offering free replacements. Unstable Games is offering that. So I don't mind, honestly. And it's not that big of a deal. It happens. These guys, publishers are really short on margins as it is. So I'm not going to give them a hard time about that. This is Casting Shadows. And I just want to show you real quick. I want to do an unboxing. And if you want to see an unboxing, let me know. I'm going to do a small one for shorts. But if you want to do a big, full one, let me know. But I just really want to show you this really quick. I want to show you the vinyl figures this came with, because they are amazing looking, and it did cost me a pretty penny, but I really wanted these, and I got them. Look at these cool little figures. Let's see if I can get this, is this focused? Look how detailed that is, and I love, the figures alone were so worth it. I love and adore all these figures. These are so cool. I cannot wait to even just frame these and have these posted up on have this around the room, or even in the collection here. I want to have them just kind of posted or put it up for a nice decoration. I like these. Just look at these and the detail. These are so cool. I love figures like this and vinyl figures. I love when they look great. These are full-fledged Pokemon at that point. That's pretty cool, and I enjoy it. I love them. I cannot wait. Even the acrylic standees came in really nice looking. I probably should do an unboxing of this. Maybe we'll do an unboxing. I'll have that up on the channel. probably prior to this video. So that is going to be Casting Shadows. The reason why I got it is because of the cool figures. I really enjoy that about the game. And I have always been a fan of Here to Slay. And I bought this on a whim on the fact that I just can't have just the base game. I have to have everything. And that's why I have everything, which is not the smartest way to shop. Definitely not emotionally. You should don't be shopping emotionally, and do not do it if you are going to be affecting your budget or your plans or your financial goals, because you don't want to do that. And Cast of Shadows just fit into my budget, so I decided to purchase it. But coming up next, we're going to talk about this next game that I've been really excited about for it to come in. I've been having a lot of fun. I've been playing this like the, I guess, season 1 of Final Girl for the longest time, and then I was so stoked when season 2 was announced, and I think it was announced like shortly after season 1 like shipped and fulfilled. So lore to the scenario book. I'm gonna go over a couple things here and I'm gonna put it up for you guys to look at. Terror from Above. Terror from Above is about based off like a little expansion pack here, and they have actually one for season 1 as well that I have from the season 1 box in the storage there. And we also have the Grave miniatures. So the miniatures are just gonna be miniatures to add to your board. Honestly, the miniatures make a really big difference. The whole game itself is a really thematic experience. It's a really big thematic experience when you play this game. So having the miniatures, I feel like, is really important, only because if not, you're like little meeples, and that is very sad because the game itself just has so much story involved, and seeing the miniatures evolve, like run around the map, and the maps alone are also really incredible. Seeing them run around the map is like just kind of part of the experience when you play this game. This is the Series 2 box. I'm going to put it up right there. Let's move this over. And I also got the Season 1 box to kind of like store my game a little more efficiently. This one's like empty. It's like super light compared to like the Season 2 box, which has all the games in it. And I want to show you, actually, let's show you how that looks like, because it looks amazing. I'm probably going to do an unboxing for this as well. I love Final Girl. I really do enjoy the game because I love horror as it is. Yeah, here it is. Look at this. So your boxes kind of go right here. Actually, why am I showing you this one when I have the full one for Season 2? That's me dropping everything there as well. I'll show you what Season 2 looks like, and, well, Series 2. I think it's called Series 2. I almost want to call it Season just because, like, they're movies. But let's open this up, and I'll show you exactly what it looks like when it's all stored in its box. I love storage containers like this. I feel like games should do this a lot, but of course it costs money and it costs more. But that's what it should look like, and I love how that looks. It's like the whole collection is just sitting here, and I can like frame it on like my calics and stuff, and I cannot wait for that. But I don't know if I'm gonna have the box on it or not. I think I'll have the box on it just because I don't know where I would store it. But I love how this looks. This is kind of like, I love premium storages. I really do, and you're about to notice another premium storage box that I got in with a bunch of cool expansions and such. So Final Girl Series 2. This game came in this month, and I am excited to start playing this one, but at first I want to get through, I have 2 more VHSs to play. I'm playing the games until I beat them. So if I don't win, I keep going until I win. So right now I need 2 more. I think it's like the one that's based on like the Nightmare Lane, I think it's called, the Poltergeist one, and there's one more. I think there's one more. And like I said, I'm playing the games until I beat them. So the moment I beat them is when I move on to the next one. And I'm excited to be playing it that way because it just sends, like I said, it has such a cool thematic experience when you play the games, and I really enjoy that about Final Girl, that it does that. However, there are things that I don't enjoy, and I'll be doing a review soon explaining what exactly I do and don't enjoy about the game, because I do not join cascading failure about the game, right? Like the moment you mess up once or you're in a tough situation, the failure gets 10 times worse extremely fast. And it kind of kills it because like the moment you get into like a really bad situation, you end up actually like, you end up missing, like you end up just losing, and it's just like, it feels like you're just constantly losing, failing, which is another reason why I don't like some other games that have like, are extremely difficult, and I feel like I just don't progress or have that satisfying feeling when I make my turn, because it just seems like it's a bad thing after bad thing after bad thing. But that's actually the charm of some games, and if you enjoy that about some games, Final Girl's for you, because the moment bad things start happening, they just continue to happen. And if you enjoy that like achievement of like potentially getting lucky and making it out of that bad situation, that's for you. I sometimes don't feel like I'm trapped and like I feel like I'm cornered and I can't do anything about the fact that like the minions here, or the minions of like the main monster, the main bad guy are in front of me, and I can't pull that card. I can't pay for the right card, and I don't have the energy, and I'm using my energy on my cards, discarding my cards to do X. I don't like that. But I still enjoy the game because the stories it has provided for me have been incredible. So, next game is going to be Vindication. The big box. Archive of the Ancient. So, Vindication. I purchased this because I am a big fan of Orange Nebula. Like, Vindication and Orange Nebula as a whole is like, they're one of my favorite publishing companies next to a couple others. But I love Vindication, and I loved it so much that I bought the all-in box. And the box basically has everything inside to store. I'll probably do an unboxing of this as well, and I'll link all these unboxings in the description below because I'm probably going to do that to kind of showcase and promote this a little more just because I love the box. Also, this might be the final printing for the game, so there might be no more copies in stock anywhere. And that's kind of why I bought it as well, and because I love premium storage. Store everything in one box, all the expansion, all that stuff, and just kind of condenses it, even though it's not really condensed to like a massive box. And I still love the box a lot. I still love the game, and I love the box even though it's big, but storing it is a very big issue. That is like a big thing with like the fact that I'm only keeping these 2 Calyxes. I have a Calyx also in my storage in my closet area. However, that's mostly used for games I haven't played, which I feel like that will never stop. But eventually I'll probably have like specific things there that like I play often, or like stuff that I can't really store here. Like when my trove chest from Chip Theory Games comes in, I'll probably have that over there only because it's easier to just bring out over there and I can display this in a way where it's good for the camera. So that's kind of how that works. All right, Dice Tower West. I went to Dice Tower West and I purchased quite a bit of games. And the games are mostly, like I said, small publishers, but I did purchase some from bigger publishers just because I really wanted the games. And there's no shame in that. I just tried my best to also support smaller publishers. And let's start off first with the games from bigger publishers. And that's going to be these 3, but we'll start with 2. Arcane Wonders, smartphone, mobile markets, a smartphone game. So I've been wanting to play this game for a while. I have little knowledge of mobile markets as it is. I just know that it's a smaller version of smartphone, and you can either have this one or that one. However, I'm probably going to have both because I enjoy both a lot. So, Mobile Markets is by Arcane Wonders, and I am excited to play this really, really bad because I love smartphone. I love smartphone for what it does and how it works, and I'm excited to play that. And I'm also excited to play Dice Manor. Dice Manor is kind of like a dice drafting game, and you're going to be putting on different parts of a blueprint trying to build out your manor. And I heard a lot about this game. Of course, I covered it in one of the games coming to retail, and I told myself I really wanted it, and I wanted to try it out. And the issue is that sometimes my local shops don't always have things in stock in time, and I want to play this right away and make content and cover it for you guys. And also, that's why I picked it up. The game itself, I think, got pushed back in a release date, so it's going to be updated in the game's coming to retail video eventually. And that is going to be Dice Manor, that is going to be played and showcased soon because I'm excited to play that game extremely bad. Another game from a big publisher is going to be WizKids. WizKids Marvel Remix. Marvel Remix. I love Marvel. This is based on Fantasy Realms. I love Fantasy Realms. And I love Marvel enough that I want to buy the Marvel version of this game. I really want to try out this game and see if like maybe they made any changes and maybe the Marvel reskin would actually benefit me more in what I enjoy about the game. Because I enjoy Fantasy Realms, I just haven't really considered like the fact like I want to bring it out more often. So I wonder if Marvel's going to make me do that because I'll have bigger connection to the characters and what they do. So Marvel Remix by WizKids. Games by smaller publishers. I want to give each one their own spot just because support smaller publishers, grow the hobby, have them also grow and make more games. The more games we have, the more of a collection we can have, the better collection we can have. And with different type of games, designing board games like an art. It's definitely an art style, and I think something we should encourage more, supporting the smaller publishers so they get their slice as well. 2 games. First is going to be Broken and Beautiful Deluxe Edition. So I actually covered this game on Games Coming to Retail as well. Left Justify Studios, actually, I met them over at their booth. Very, very cool people. I really enjoyed them. I have met the designer for this, and this game is actually a fun little collection game with pottery. And it's actually going to be a game that can replace a lot of other games that I have that are set collection, and it plays quick, as well as being a small box. Look at this. Easy to transport, easy to have around. Honestly, you can probably take this out and put it all in a little plastic baggie, wrap it up, and take it on the go to just play a quick game of set collecting a bunch of pottery. I really enjoyed the game itself. I really think it's a good one, and I really want to have it in the collection. Also, like I said, I need more small box games because I have too many big box games. So whenever I travel or I want to take a small game anywhere, I really can't. I don't have the big enough small games collection where I can just declare which ones I do and don't want to take. So, Broken and Beautiful. So this is another one I played with them. I played with Left Justified, and it was Witch Slats. So it's basically a game of spoons, but with witch reskin, right? A witch theme on it. So when you're kind of collecting your cards and passing them on like the spoons, you're going to actually be looking for specific cards that cast spells, and the spells are going to determine how many cards you have is what level spells you can do, as well as the number you grab from the middle. So if you're the first one with 5 spoons, you grab a card from the middle, And you want to be careful and make sure you grab the right one, right? If you have all 5 cards, you grab a number. And make sure, at 5 cards, you want to grab like whichever spell you want to do. I have messed up so many times. Well, actually, I'm sorry. You want to grab the number 5 card. And I have messed up so many times where they grab it, and after the first person grabs it, you're free to grab a card. So if you have 3 of a spell, grab the 3 number card so you can shoot a spell at somebody. Everyone has like a life pool, health points, and you're going to be trying to shoot your spells at these people, doing different effects. I really enjoyed the game. I thought it was fun. Games like this is good for like more people who are just like regular board gamers who don't really want to play, I don't know, Dice Manor, Marvel Remix. They're like familiar with the game. This is a good way to introduce them to a new game with a similar gameplay. And that's what I really enjoyed about Witch Slap. And one of the games that really surprising to me, we're gonna move on here, is going to be by Grinley Games. It was Savage, and it's a game of survival. Savage was on Kickstarter before, and they have retail copies. I managed to play the game once, and I was really impressed. Social deduction, right? My favorite social deduction game of all time is Blood on the Clock Tower. But Savage was a pretty good one for like smaller groups. Like Blood on the Clock Tower can be a lot. And I really enjoy playing Blood on the Clock Tower with like a group of like 10 plus or 8 plus usually. Savage, I think it would be better at higher player counts as well, but it's easier to bring out, easier to teach. Blood on the Clock Tower isn't hard, but it can be overwhelming because there's so many roles, so many things to think about. In Savage, you don't really have that excessive amount of information, which I enjoy that information. However, someone else may not. And Savage provides that social deduction experience in a really smaller form, and I really enjoy that about this game. Also, I like how it plays, I like the theme, it's really cool, and the conversations, I think. A big thing about social deduction games is that there has to be a good conversation going on, right? When you're playing the game, it's like, well, who's this? Well, you did this, well, you did X, well, this failed, this mission failed, this did that, and I think Savage provides that. Blood on the Clock Tower does as well. So these games are comparatively one of the best social deduction games in my collection, if not one of my favorite social deduction games of all time. So I really thought Savage was a good one. Grinley Games, Jay from Grinley Games, what a cool guy. Like literally the guy can talk for hours and promote his game so well. He sold me on the game, and then when I played the game, I was already sold, but I wanted the game afterwards. I didn't really regret my decision of getting the game, and I think he does a great job at presenting the game, and I can't wait to see what's in the future for them as well, because this game has definitely been a really big hit surprise for me. This is going to be Savage, a game of survival by Grinley Games. That is it. We are at the end of the video. Hopefully I didn't make this video too long. I think I did kind of go over and talk about some things a little too much. This video turns from like a games added to the collection to like a lecture. Sometimes I'm just talking so much about the games. But however, thank you for watching the video, and thank you for making it this far into the video. That is awesome. I will have content on a lot of these games linked to the description as well as some tags so you guys can watch, because I have a planned out slew of content made for all of these games, and I'll have them linked in the description video so you can check it out. Thank you for watching the video. I appreciate it. Have a good one.